Dear oh dear, it looks like Holly Willoughby is up to her old tricks again, resorting to using her tawdry celebrity juice persona from yesteryear in a desperate attempt to win back disillusioned This Morning viewers. Her flirty behaviour with co-presenter Craig Doyle has most definitely not gone unnoticed by the few fans that she has left, and behavioural psychologist Joe Hemmings has also weighed in on the action, recently analysing the so-called on-screen chemistry between Holly and her fellow presenters, going as far as suggesting that Craig Doyle and Holly's flirty vibes are impossible to ignore. Joe said, with his cheeky Irish charm and easy banter, there is a good chemistry and natural flirting between Holly and Craig. He has more of a sporting background, so they fit in easily around each other, comfortable in their joint presenting style. I think Holly likes how relaxed Craig allows her to be, so there's a spark between them that both accept and enjoy. Ryland Clark didn't escape from Joe's analysis either, as she declared, Holly seems protective of Ryland, like he is her younger brother, and is so relaxed with him that you can't help but feel there is also a genuine friendship offset as well as on screen. Ryland also feels like he has no agenda other than having an authentic curiosity and interest in guests, allowing Holly to feel like the senior presenter. Right. It's like that, is it? And former X Factor presenter Dermot O'Leary got a mention too, with Joe saying, Dermot and Holly work well together, but there doesn't feel like there is any real presenting chemistry there. He seems to take his lead from all his female co-presenters, and so his character and personality seem to feel a bit stifled around a strong female presenting team. He seems daunted by Holly, which makes him come over as lacking confidence. There's not a lot of natural flow between them. Wooden is the word we think she's looking for. Alison Hammond, though, got a glowing report. Joe said, I think while it all seems jolly enough, Holly may feel a little threatened by that, especially as it's a show where viewers like the male-female combo, and it could be that Alison will ultimately take over her role. They both have distinctly different personalities too, with Alison being earthy and outspoken and Holly being a little more polished and reserved. It might not be the best combo moving forwards, as the two differing personalities might clash. Perhaps Alison might want to watch her back, though after Holly's past experience of throwing friends under the bus, we are sure that Alison has one eye on her at all times. It's also interesting that Joe implied that Alison will ultimately take over Holly's role. Does she also think Holly will be leaving This Morning in December? Josie Gibson got somewhat of a wishy-washy analysis from Joe, who said, there's no real threat here, so Holly feels more relaxed around Josie, especially as it allows Holly to shine on some of the more serious features on the show, while Josie slips into place as the lighter, more comedic one of the duo. She also has an earthiness about her, like Alison, so again this might create some friction between them during some segments. But like Dermot, she seems aware that she has less experience and history than Holly, understandably deferential, so lets her take the lead. There seems to be a running theme here, doesn't there? Let Holly shine or else you're a threat. Interesting. And Ben Shephard's new arrival on This Morning didn't pass Joe by. She said, Ben Shephard and Holly seem like the dream team. Coming from GMB, he has a newsy, smart and informed style coupled with a gentle manner, which means he naturally complements Holly's style and experience, without competing with it. It feels like this is the perfect long-term pairing just waiting to happen, and no wonder viewers loved it so much. Ben has an experienced and reassuring touch and exudes just the right amount of confidence and humor whatever the subject, which will make him an easy co-presenter for Holly. There's that insinuation again, competing. Is Holly Willoughby really that insecure in her position as main presenter on This Morning that she sees everyone around her as a threat? Probably. Ramping up her flirty behavior on set, it could be said she's becoming a bit of a Black Widow. Craig Doyle and Ben Shephard better watch out, or they might find that they are gobbled up before they've had a chance to say good morning. Ever the blushing, accidentally on purpose, lower of the tone, Holly appeared to be using her wily ways to garner more viewers after she was apparently left red-faced when she made an accidental confession live on This Morning. Joined by new co-host Ben Shephard and journalist Matthew Wright, the trio discussed why the 26th of September is the most popular day for babies to be born in the UK. Matthew began, "You have the combination of Christmas and the cold. My dad used to say the best thing you can do in the winter is cuddle up, and you always get more babies in the autumn." Holly exclaimed, "It's actually Chester's birthday on Friday. The heating hadn't gone on that winter," she giggled, while everyone laughed at the confession. Ben replied, "Happy birthday to Chester. He'll be thrilled we are talking about Christmas." Is there any truth to it? I couldn't possibly say. Holly grinned. Does someone have a spare bucket? We feel a bit queasy. Unfortunately, we think Holly will play on the so-called on-screen chemistry between herself and her co-stars over the next couple of months because it is, after all, her MO. You just have to look at her relationship with her former bestie Phillip Schofield and ex-Celebrity Juice co-star Lee Francis, as we mentioned in our last video, to see that Holly has formed for developing intimate relationships with the men in her working life. You could even go so far as to say, it's this aspect of her character that has furthered her career. Though, it seems like Holly Willoughby's reputation has had a reprieve, since it was recently announced that the independent investigation into her former bestie's relationship with a young runner has been delayed. The results were due to be published this month, but according to Broadcast, the external review into ITV's handling of its initial investigation into Phillip Schofield's conduct has been delayed until later this year. We bet Holly's chuffed about that. More time to get her story straight. One wonders what the real reason for the delay in the inquiry is. Could it have something to do with wanting the whole Phillip Schofield scandal to die down further so they can slip the results in at the end of the year when hopefully no one will notice? Could it also have something to do with protecting the ailing This Morning show until Holly Willoughby has had time to rescue it with her fake on-screen chemistry charade? Interestingly, Holly's contract with This Morning ends at the end of the year, the same time as the inquiry results are due in. Talk about timing. But will the public let ITV sweep the Phillip Schofield scandal and the claims of toxicity under the rug? Will Phillip Schofield himself, even, let ITV and Holly Willoughby get away with it? With the relationship now soured between him and Holly, if revenge for throwing him under the bus is what he's after, will we now see downtrodden Phil getting papped out and about again to keep the ITV inquiry in the headlines? Possibly. There is also one other fly in the ointment for Holly Willoughby and This Morning, the upcoming Channel 4 TV series entitled The Runner, which is apparently currently in the making. But stubborn ITV bosses continue to bury their head in the sand and ignore the views of the public, insisting instead on shoving Holly Willoughby and her toothy grin in our faces at every available opportunity. And unbelievably, it has now been confirmed that she will be hosting Dancing on Ice. Oh goody. Who will replace Phillip Schofield though, for now, remains a mystery. Bookie's favourite to replace him is Stephen Mulhern, who has worked alongside Holly on several occasions since her Ministry of Mayhem days, and judging by this picture, there seems to be yet another tawdry connection there. She really does like to put her stamp over male presenters, doesn't she? Perhaps it's her way of asserting dominance, getting them to fall for her charms while on the other hand quietly worming her way up the ladder. Jordan Banjo is close behind Mulhern with the bookies, as favourite to replace Schofield with odds of 4-1. This Morning co-presenter, Dermot O'Leary, has also been thrown into the mix, along with former Strictly Come Dancing star Kevin Clifton. But recently, fans have suggested that Good Morning Britain stalwart, Ben Shephard, will get the gig. Armchair sleuths, not armchair detective, is gone, have noticed that Ben follows and is followed by Dancing on Ice on social media, and he has recently partnered Holly on This Morning as a guest host, prompting them to claim it was a screen test. Speculating as to who will front the series with Holly, one simply wrote, Ben Shephard, followed by a preaching hands emoji. On X, formerly Twitter, one posted, love to see Ben Shephard be the presenter on Dancing on Ice. He would be perfect with Holly, such a nice gentleman, and smart, and on This Morning also, and to present the awards. Others praised Holly and Ben's rapport and demanded they work together more. One said, please stay Ben. You and Holly make a great team. Another said, Holly and Ben are fabulous on This Morning. Really love watching their rapport. Well, looking on the bright side from Holly's perspective, at least the comments suggest she has a handful of fans left. Though, how many will tune in to see her trussed up in glittery frocks and fawning over yet another presenter on Dancing on Ice, remains to be seen. We certainly won't be watching it ourselves. Please like and subscribe for more journeys through the Blinkerhole. For entertainment purposes only. Keep up to date with our latest investigations and hit the join button. If you like what we do, send us a super thanks. Official Blinkerhole merchandise is available in store.